Hello, we are the ABI group. With our exposure to business, behavioral economics, and science as U of T students, we aim to address the issue of self-control with a product that stops procrastination in the context of binge watching amongst the millennial and Gen Z group. Meet Jack the student, who just woke up and is checking his task list. Overwhelmed, he decides to get lunch and watch his favorite show. He then tries to do his homework, but finds himself lacking the motivation to finish it. Remembering the show, he decides to watch it again. After 3 hours of continuous streaming, he realizes this assignment is due in an hour. A part of Jack still wants to watch the show. However, he knows he has to finish the assignment. What should he do? Introducing Repuzzle, a productivity app that reminds and motivates people of their tasks by incorporating puzzles that help stimulate cognitive functions. When Jack uses the app, he first goes to the task page and inputs at most 3 things he thinks are important. This helps him understand his goals for the day. Once he's done, he goes to the alarms page and sets a time for the reminder, which enables an alarm in the future. Once the alarm sets off, Repuzzle will ask whether Jack is being productive or not. This helps him practice self-discipline and internalize productivity. If he says no, Repuzzle will ask him to complete the puzzle game and will be reminded of his task after completion. If he says yes, the alarm will be disabled and Jack can continue working until the second alarm rings.
We often ask ourselves why we continue to procrastinate, especially in the case of thoughtless binge watching. A large driving factor is the idea of sunk cost fallacy, which is how we view the cost we have placed investing into an activity. The cost of binge watching is time. By attaching too much value on the time placed into binge watching, people find themselves unwilling to stop, and as a result, they will continue to practice long-term procrastination. In 2017, the average Netflix user watched for 1 hour and 11 minutes per day, which roughly translates to 18 days of straight streaming in a year. Now, why does our product work? It's simple. By setting pre-commitments in the task in the beginning, sending regular reminders, and presenting the cost of binge watching to the user, we redivert their attention back to the to-do list. Repuzzle uses loss aversion by tracking the amount of time spent on watching and then providing it to the user as a cost, prompting them to be more conscious of the actual time they have spent binging on a TV show.
We can also break down procrastination from a neuropsychological perspective. We use binge watching as a form of procrastination to attain instant gratification and avoid primary tasks. This can often negatively impact productivity and mental health, as individuals who procrastinate are reported to feel higher levels of anxiety, stress, or self-blame. This behavior can be explained by poor executive function. Executive function refers to a set of higher order cognitive processes such as working memory, flexible thinking, and self-control that are responsible for your ability to problem solve, plan, organize, and prioritize tasks, and thus plays a significant role in altering behaviors. The puzzle incorporated into our app is based on a matrix reasoning task called Raven's Advanced Progressive Matrices, which has a strong link to working memory. Doing the puzzle promotes greater attentional control, thus increasing the user's ability to refocus their attention back to reality and block out distractions such as binge watching.
Our user filled out 2 surveys, including basic demographics, the likelihood of watching versus working, and their goal for today. In the pre-survey, after watching for a long time, only 35% of them indicate that they will stop watching and do some work. Whereas after the puzzle, 60% of them indicate that they will do some work. This incrementation on the likelihood of working has shown the success of our app, switching users' attention from binge watching to their goal. In addition, 37.5% of people in our survey do not have a goal for today and most likely continue watching, but only 25% of them indicate that they will continue watching after the puzzle intervention. This difference shows the success stimulation of the reminder and puzzle combination to the brain that results in a 12.5% user being nudged to either work or study after the puzzle training.
Studies have shown that the pandemic and work from home are linked with higher binge watching. And since those work from home trends are here to stay, this shows that not only is there a need for binging self-control, but there is also room for growth in the future. In accordance to that, we will offer free downloads with minimal in-app ads as our revenue model. Similar to other apps in the space, the cost of download needs to be free to encourage the most downloads. The revenue will come initially from in-app ads, to be replaced by licensing fees after year 1, quarter 3, with crowdfunding to provide the initial capital before launching. The costs before launching are mainly app development related and more heavy on the server and maintenance side after the launch, costs which will be increasing with user growth.
Bringing the product to market, the most prevalent barriers exist in the high competitive rivalry in an already crowded market. Given the rapid advancement of technology, these applications are easy to imitate, and a slight alteration to an existing app could allow competitors to market their product as a new, innovative idea. Despite the handful of productivity apps already available for download, the strategy of Repuzzle revolves around differentiating our product through puzzles based on proven research, targeting attentional control and distractibility by exercising the user's working memory. So in terms of our implementation timeline, year 0 is reserved for R&D, testing, crowdfunding, and marketing. We will be reaching out to companies such as Netflix and Disney to discuss partnerships under which the service provided by Repuzzle will be licensed to these streaming companies to be integrated in their respective web pages and applications. Following the establishment of these partnerships in quarter 3 of year 1, we will upkeep our standalone app, but taper off our reliance on ad services. In the last quarter of year 1, we will begin R&D into the potential uses of the app for the betterment of mental health in the context of resource provision and a diagnostic chatbot, which connects users to these resources through usage analytics. Potential partnerships with mental health facilities will also be explored. So moving into year 2, we will finalize the integration of mental health functions into the standalone app before entering the mental health sector in the latter half of the year. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we look forward to hearing from you.